Welcome back here on Arizona Sundogs TV. We're joined now by the Sundogs head coach and general manager, Marco Pietranero, for our coaches chat. And Marco, talk about the season a little bit so far. Off to a 5-8-2 start. Had some real close losses that could have gone either way. Your overall feeling on the first 25% of the season?
Well, certainly we'd like to be, in a better position in the standings right now. We've played some good hockeys. We've had difficulties to play 60 consistent minutes, game in and game out. But as far as the team goes, we have good quality guys, good quality players. It's a matter of gelling together. And at this point, as far as a recap, I think we need to, make sure everybody's accountable. And if the job's not getting done, then we're going to have to do something about it.
Overall, assess some of the areas that you feel have been very positive. What are the things that the team has done the best so far, in your opinion?
I think what we've done the best so far is, we kind of dominate on the ice on the offensive side of things, even though it's also the negative that we're not getting the results as far as scoring the goals. We've been outshotting our opponents, pretty much every game, and we come back from a road trip yesterday where we don't outshot the opponent, and we walk away with a win. So it's kind of hard to understand, but the positive is, offensively we are able to generate a lot of offense, a lot of scoring chances, and I feel that once it gets loose a little bit, we'll be able to get the wins. And obviously, defensively, I think we're stronger than we've been, but that's where we're not getting the results right now. So it's kind of a puzzle that's hard to understand at this point, but all around, just a good atmosphere.
And on the flip side of that, when you look overall, what do you think are one or two areas that the team could improve on going forward?
Well, definitely our power play is struggling lately, so that's an area where we are creating some chances, but it's not ending up in the back of our nets. And it's not the matter of we have to score every time we're in a power play, but our power play needs to get us out of key situation. And lately, we'll be in a tie game and we get 2 power plays in a row and we don't put it in. Those are the power plays that are hurting us. So definitely fixing the power play would be one, and then it's just playing 60 minutes of hockey.
And I know you've talked about this before. You and I have chatted, and you obviously never want to look to this as an excuse or a reason or anything. But the team has had to struggle with some early injuries, guys that you didn't plan on having out early in the season. Some big names like Matt Foy, Jason Visser's had to sit a few games. How does that affect everything overall, and what do you do as a coach to try and adjust for those key injuries?
Well, it's hard to adjust. Obviously we've had a lot of injuries, and it's not something where we can just leave it at the injuries and feel sorry for ourselves. But definitely some key players. We have 5 injuries that have been since day one. We've had guys on IR, so it's been a struggle in that area. But at the same time, we're a blue sky organization. We have to deal with what we have, and this is what we have now. We got to make it work, and we certainly want better results.
And of course, one of the biggest names signed during the offseason was Conrad Reeder, and he came in coming off this last road trip. Probably his best game as a Sundog, at least offensively. Scored 3 goals in Amarillo, a shootout win, and really carried the team offensively at the beginning when they were a little bit sluggish. How do you see him and his adjustments so far as being a leader on this team? Well,
obviously Conrad's a good player. He's got a good reputation in this league, and definitely didn't have the start that he's looking for, and that kind of put him extra pressure on himself, and I think he did that to himself. We didn't put any pressure on him. We know why he's here. I think he knows why he's here, and obviously, he's one of those guys that's getting a lot of scoring opportunities. And lately, he's against Amarillo, he was able to get a hat trick. But a lot of times it's how many scoring chances you get during a game, and he's getting those every game. So he was a little frustrated with himself, but he's a go-to guy for us, and we're happy to have him.
Right now, the Sundogs sitting in 8th place in the Southern Conference, 12 points. And we talked about it before, obviously, some of those close losses could have gone either way. But really, overall, I guess the silver lining is there's not a whole lot of distance between a 2nd, a 3rd, 4th place in the South right now and 8th. Everybody seems pretty jumbled up. Do you, from the teams that you've seen, do you just think it's a very loaded conference, a lot of talent in the South this year?
Well, I think the league is better this year. I think everybody's done a good job recruiting different players, and there's a lot of players available. And obviously, like you said, there's a couple of games, if you take all of our losses and you just split them in half, we're right there at the top, and we just can't give up. We got to stay positive. It's going to happen, and we just like the night against Amarillo, we figured out a way to win. We got outshot, and that's what we got to do right now, is to figure out how to put those 2 points together. And you know, I have faith we'll be there, and we certainly want to entertain our fans with some wins. And we're working towards that goal, that's for sure.
All right, well, thanks, Marco. We appreciate the time, and we're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we will catch up on the art of the 2-on-1 in our Sundogs X's and O's feature. Stick around here on SundogsTV.